Foreword. Do miracles occur? Although miracles occur in this fast-paced journey through Dr. Cameron Turner's brush with death and the faith impact that resulted, like any good work of fiction, feasibility fuels the what-if that drives our imagination. This prompts the question posed, leading us to ponder whether miracles are even possible. Are they? I address this question to both people of faith and skeptics alike, as I believe the story will appeal to both, teasing our mind with questions of what if. Like the author, I too am a board-certified emergency medicine physician. Brian and I both spent years preparing for medical school, learning biology, chemistry, and physics, in order to even apply to medical school, where we spent years learning advanced sciences, such as anatomy, physiology, pathology, and the dreaded, at least for me, biochemistry. These sciences laid the foundation upon which our clinical knowledge is built. Suffice it to say, we physicians live and breathe science, and must do so efficiently and well in order to practice medicine. So why would a physician who is grounded in science even consider the possibility of miracles, let alone write a story centered around them? After all, don't miracles defy the observable natural world? The answer is yes. Miracles do defy the natural world, and yes, both Brian and I, practicing physicians, grounded in science, readily accept this and believe miracles really do exist. Personally, I have lost count of the number of miracles I have personally witnessed in my 20-plus years of practice. A large symptomatic cancerous bladder tumor clearly seen on CT scan that was no longer present hours later in a cystoscopy. A woman with an annoying rash on her palms that had seen several doctors, including dermatologists, all unable to help her, who saw the rash disappear within days of being prayed for. A colleague's pediatrician wife hours from death due to adult respiratory distress syndrome, who knew she was dying and whose last request was to hug her young children goodbye, rather than be placed on the vent for futile end-of-life care, who began to rally after many people began praying for her. 16 years later, she remains alive and well, practicing medicine and enjoying her adult children. Miracles do happen. I have witnessed them firsthand. But I do not expect you to believe me, nor do I blame you if you remain skeptical without having witnessed these in person. Therefore, allow me to demonstrate miracles that you, the reader, have experienced. How can this be, you might ask? I've never experienced any miracles. Oh, but you have. In fact, you are living in one. Let's consider the universe in which we live. Based on numerous scientific discoveries, nearly every scientist, physicists, and astronomers in particular, have concluded that the universe has a beginning. In other words, they believe that time, space, and matter all burst into existence at the same time. This is commonly referred to as the Big Bang. From this, one can draw one of two possible explanations. Either time, space, and matter suddenly burst into existence out of nothing, and for no reason with no identifiable cause, or something that transcends time, space, and matter created these entities. Regardless of which you believe, both are miracles. Furthermore, both defy the laws of nature and are, by definition, supernatural. A similar argument can be made for the fine-tuning of the universe. To give just one example, consider the expansion rate of the universe. This is the rate at which the universe expanded from the moment it exploded into being. The late physicist Stephen Hawking has studied this at depth and concluded that if the rate of expansion were off by 1 part in 10 to the 60th power, that is 10 with 60 zeros after it, the universe would never have formed. In other words, consider all of the grains of sand in the world, every beach, desert, and ocean floor. Now paint one grain of sand red and hide it somewhere in the world, and tell someone to go find that one grain of sand with just one try, blindfolded. Statistically impossible, right? Well, the odds of that person finding that particular grain of sand are more likely than the universe expanding at the precise rate to be capable of forming, and yet here we are. The fact is, there are over 100 similar constants that all must be precisely met in order for the universe to form and for life to exist. If just one of them was slightly off, we wouldn't be here. Yes, whether one believes in an intelligent creator or not, we are living in a miracle. The only question is whether this all came to be out of nothing, with no cause and defying astronomical odds, pun intended, to exist at all, or if something or someone who transcends time, space, and matter is behind it and driving it. Someone who transcends the natural universe. Someone supernatural. If so, that someone would have to be eternal, immaterial, powerful, intelligent, and personal. Now, from this, we cannot say this is the God of the Bible, but he certainly fits the description. One last note, and this is directed toward those who happen to be believers. What is the greatest miracle in the Bible? Some may say the resurrection. Others may say the parting of the Red Sea, while enophiles may say turning water into wine. Arguably, it is none of these. It is Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, which reads, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Since we have already established, through scientific discovery, that this miracle actually did occur, would it then be reasonable to conclude that if God can enact the creation of the universe, then all other miracles are at least possible? Let that thought fuel the what-if of your imagination, and enjoy Brian's story. It's his best one yet. Note, much of the scientific arguments listed above were paraphrased from I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist by Dr. Frank Turek and Dr. Norman Geisler. If you would like to learn more about these and other topics, I highly recommend this life-changing book. You may also visit Frank Turek's website at www.crossexamined.org, where you will find numerous sources and 5-minute videos. Dr. John Galt Robinson.